Hello and welcome back to Life's Biggest Questions. I'm Ron Mackenzie Lafergie. We're on Patreon now. Stay tuned to the end to hear more about how you can help out and make your voice heard. Kim Jong-un and Donald Trump have been hurling insults back and forth for a while now, with Rocket Man and Dotard taking over the internet. It seems like it's just a matter of time now before Kim Jong-un sneaks into the United States and assassinates Donald Trump. Okay, not really, but what if he did? It's totally far-fetched and will probably never happen, but hey, we already asked what would happen if Donald Trump assassinated Kim Jong-un, linked in the description, so let's flip the script. Now get ready, it's time to ask the question, what if Kim Jong-un assassinated Donald Trump? Well, first of all, the United States would need a new president, and the job would go to Vice President Mike Pence. Pence would step in as acting president for the remainder of the presidency, and would likely run for re-election in the following race. In accordance with the 22nd Amendment, if Pence served 2 or more years as president, he could only hold office for 1 more term. This means that if Donald Trump was assassinated before January of 2019, it would be another 2 years and possibly 6 years with Mike Pence as President of the United States. Given Pence's extreme religiosity and highly conservative social views, this could be very unfortunate for certain groups in the United States. Life in the US would likely change outside of Pence's contributions. Similar to the attack on September 11, 2001, a successful assassination of the president by a foreign power would bring about significant increases in security. This would perhaps be similar to the reaction to terrorism seen in Europe, with bag checks and security details becoming increasingly prevalent, among other things. Also, this occurrence would go down in history. It would be the phenomenon of the century. The leader of the most hated country in the world personally assassinating the leader of the most powerful country in the world would be a story told across the globe. It would also bring about a multitude of conspiracies about the assassination, particularly since it would seem so ridiculous. In this case, the truth would be far stranger than any fiction. Now let's move on to the consequences for Kim Jong-un, Trump hunter. If it was proven that the leader of North Korea assassinated the leader of the United States, people would want justice. If Kim Jong-un was captured in the US, he would be facing life imprisonment or the death penalty under Title 18. It probably comes as no surprise to anyone that if he was caught killing the president, he would be punished rather harshly and probably quite publicly. This would be quite cathartic for much of the world, but the news likely wouldn't make it back to North Korea. With such stringent rules on incoming information, there's a good chance that any hint that he was captured would be squashed by the government. Tales of his successful assassination would be blared across North Korea for all to hear, and any mention of his capture would be beaten into obscurity. Unfortunately, if Kim Jong-un managed to escape to North Korea, the odds of getting him back to the United States for trial without war would be very slim. In most cases, if a fugitive flees to another country, the governments have a treaty regarding extradition of the fugitive. However, no such treaty exists between the US and North Korea, and given the total power of the North Korean dictator, there's a slim chance that he would allow himself to be taken back to the United States peacefully. It seems likely that we would return to the current state where they're too dangerous to ignore, but too dangerous to attack. This action, however, would put severe strain on the already strained truce between North Korea and the rest of the world. There's a chance that this would be the last straw that broke the camel's back. Perhaps China would cease to engage with their North Korean allies, making it easier to mount an attack. Unfortunately, the fact remains that an attack on North Korea would result in a counterattack on neighboring countries, particularly South Korea, and this mutually assured destruction would probably be enough to keep the world from attacking North Korea. And now we return to our question, what if Kim Jong-un assassinated Donald Trump? Well, Mike Pence would take over as president and would likely attempt to change US policy to be more in line with his ultra-religious and conservative views. If Kim Jong-un was caught and convicted, he would be locked up for good or killed. But if he escaped, there's a good chance that North Korea would remain in the precarious position it's in today. However, it's possible that this attack would be the spark needed to defeat the dictatorship for good. Thank you for watching Life's Biggest Questions. I hope this was interesting and informative, and maybe even inspired you to look into it further on your own. If you like this video, please thumbs up and subscribe to the channel down below. While you're down there, let me know what other videos you'd like to see from us. Also, as mentioned earlier, we have a Patreon now, so if you'd like to help out the channel and have exclusive access to a number of special perks, check out the link in the description. Until next time, I'm Ron Mackenzie Lafergie with Life's Biggest Questions, wishing you the best of luck on your quest for answers.